Scanning for audio.
Hello, welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. Not talking about Doctor Who today, oh no. We're talking about V2. Well, it's actually called VUK: Occupation, but this is the second release in the VUK range. Now, obviously, it's V. For those of us of a certain age, and let's face it, Big Finish's audience is of a certain age, mostly, we remember that time in the early 80s when V was on ITV. Your local ITV area might differ. I remember watching an episode while I was on holiday in Great Yarmouth on a black and white portable that was running off the power provided by a car battery and some wires out of a window in a caravan. But that was childhood. This is now. V was about an alien invasion that has parallels with, well, at the time it was with the Nazi occupation, the rise of power, the fascists, all of that business. It had messages, it had all sorts of stuff going on, and it was an action-adventure story. Worked great. VUK is the original story retold, but from a UK perspective. Makes total sense. And it's the same stories that we had then. Now, admittedly, the business with the Star Child still left a weird taste in my mouth at the time. I was only a child after all, but even then I was thinking, really? Because without... Anyway, that's to come. What we've got here is, we've got the second box set. This one's Occupation. This is with the aliens actually in charge. It's terrifying how quickly this could happen. It's terrifying how basically it's set in our world. And it's exactly what would happen. We would just roll over and think it's a good idea. Some of the holes in the original series, like the aliens are here to steal our water and something else. They're here to steal our water and then they start pumping the water away onto their giant ships. That's all dealt with. Even one of the scientists says, well, that's ridiculous because you could just mine some of the massive cubes of ice on the way here and not even bother visiting Earth if all you're after is the water, which was a major thing in the 80s, but now it's obviously dealt with. And it's dealt with really quickly and really well. And it makes total sense. I love how the visitors are actually kept in line. It feels more real. These... Obviously, they're aliens, but they are individuals. They're not just blindly following leaders. They are self-contained beings in themselves with their own conscience, their own worldview. It's a lot more like Alien Nation in that sense. The world building is even better here. So what we've got is we've got three stories. Now, we've got three authors in this one. We've got James Swallow, very good. Eddie Robson, very good. Lisa McMullen, again, very good. John Coulshaw is playing Willy, which was a role made famous by Robert Englund, who then went on to be more famous as Fred Krueger. But he was great as 1-2 Willy, and we'll deal with the 1-2, hopefully, if there are more releases in this range. It's not the cheapest of releases, I'll grant you that. It's 32 quid for CD and download, but it is 3 discs, and it is crammed full of actors. It's not a small cast. There's a lot going on. It will demand your attention, and you know what? It will get it because it is really well done. Okay, so the visitors are now in command of the UK, but the resistance is growing and determined to find the real reason for the visitors' arrival. Okay. Part 1. It is now January, 3 months since the visitors' arrival. Elwyn, a black marketeer, has been profiting from the shortages, while his brother Brenin, a doctor, has been recruited to the Resistance. Part 2 is February, and the Resistance have discovered what the visitors are doing with all the people transported at night from Eleanor's chemical plant. They set out to get footage, and a romance between a visitor, Willy, and a burger van owner, Harmony, blossoms. Part 3, it is now March. Mike is determined to get into the Visitor's mothership, but to do, he will need the help of collaborator Eleanor. Meanwhile, Robin has realised she's pregnant with a visitor's child, and some difficult choices are to be made. The ending of this boxed set is great. Truly an emotional climax. And you know what? If you know the other stories, we might go there. But it was always glossed over, the whole making a hybrid between a human and the visitor. It's not glossed over here. The mechanics are gone into, as well as all of the emotional avalanche that happens afterwards. All of the characters are affected by everything that's going on. It's an incredibly complex, emotional, and beautifully structured piece, seamlessly working together. Yes, people will say that the second episode's a bit more rom-com. It's not. It's just a classic, wonderful piece of character work and, well, sci-fi drama. Actual drama is going on here. Yes, in real life you have a laugh. In real life you have sadness, and that's what you've got going on here. You've got a terrible invasion, and that is what we are presented with. This is a great box set. I truly recommend that you give V a go. If you even remotely enjoyed the original TV series, you will 100% love this box set. I hope we get more. I want the full story to play out. Yes, I remember, and I was thinking the other night about this, that there is a point in the TV series as it goes on where they stopped having the aliens speak with a wibbly voice. Obviously, you can't do that here on audio because you really need that. Because I think it must have just been cheaper for them to do that. In fact, I never did find out the reason. But I really hope that some of those storylines that we didn't quite get on TV are absolutely taken around the block and shown off for all they are. Because it's all scary and it's all terrifying and it's all so dark and it's unlike anything else that we're getting from Big Finish. There are only 1,000 CDs available, so if you do want this, get that, and then you'll have it, and you could probably get it signed by 1,000 people because there are so many people in this. John Coulshaw playing Willy is great. There's an emotional arc and an emotional depth to Willy's character that is even deeper here than it is in the original series. Here's the trailer and decide for yourself, as always. Until next time, be seeing you.
Why we stop?
Security. And it's been dealt with. Welcome to Britain.
From Big Finish Productions, the UK. Occupation.
Is Dr. Brennan Taylor, the golden boy, stealing like his no good little brother Elwyn?
Dad, this isn't something you can stand back from. Sooner or later, you'll have to choose a side.
Oh no! The trooper! Get up!
Lean, now, go! Brenin, shut the door! Shut the door!
Fortunately, as ever, the rules only apply to the little people.
Do you know how it feels when you find someone? When you just want to be together forever?
I might know exactly how it feels. My name's Harmony, by the way.
Name? Willy.
If we're going to strike, it needs to be something that will have a real impact and get people on our side.
I'm going to fly it into one of those chemical tanks. The one marked flammable.
You see, as well as water, there's another basic shortage on our planet.
Food.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
I just want to know why. He said he loved me.
That's what they all say.
That was the Tin Dog Podcast. All topics discussed are the intellectual property of the copyright owners. No infringement is intended. Why not follow the show on Blue Sky at tindogpodcast.bsky.social. If you've enjoyed this podcast on YouTube, please click like and subscribe. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.